Well, it's official. I'm old. That's better.
You're old.
I'm old. Let's start the vlog. Let's talk about theory in photography.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, where do I stop? I just. I'm right at the side.
Go on, you lean in a bit more then. What pose do you want to do?
There's one more.
There's one more?
Yeah, one. They feel long.
They will, because they just come out of a printer. They're cool. Go on then, let's go take them back to mum. Who's that, Sky? Found a friend. I found a friend. Yeah, look, she's tired now. She's too tired.
Semiotics is huge in marketing. If you look at this picture here, anything that conveys a meaning is the sign, and that equals the signifier and the signified. Words, images, shapes and sounds, mental concepts that come to mind. Okay? See, now you're already a master of semiology. You know that that red light means stop. You know the yellow light means get ready. And you know the green light means go. But why do you know that? So this is a very famous picture in semiotics. You're looking at it and you're thinking, that's a pipe. That's a smoker's pipe. No, it's not. That's a picture of a pipe. But because you've seen the picture of a pipe, you now think you are looking at a pipe. It's not a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe. Does that make sense? So the sign is the tree. The signifier is the physical form, the letter, the icon, the sound. The signified is the mental concept, a real life tree. So this is just a picture of a tree. So semiology is basically the study of signs and symbols and how we interpret them in how we interpret the world in which we live in and how we understand ourselves. This is a perfect example, this picture, of how semiotics is used in advertising. You've got the beautiful model film star, all the warm colours, the big bottle of perfume. So it all looks amazing, but you don't actually know how the perfume smells. But you know it must smell amazing just looking at the photograph. Here's another example. I think the perfume ones are perfect examples of semiotics. So the image, the text, cohesion, the abstract noun guilty relates to his facial expression. Black connotates mystery and power. Deep blue eyes connotate calmness and guilt. Guilty facial expression is the image text cohesion. Red lips connotate passion. Facial expression signifies she is seeking affection. Lightning bolt, signifier of danger, may also relate to the Greek god Zeus. And the quote from the poem, the intertextuality linking the same context from poem to text. So there you go. Semiology in a nutshell. So What's that got to do with photography? Well, what it's got to do with photography is if we have a good understanding of how we see symbols and signs and how we understand them, as a photographer, you can start to look at the pictures you're about to take, the composition, and start to have an understanding of what it will mean to people that are seeing the photo. So if you want to interpret a specific message in your photograph, maybe it's a political stance, funny, quirky, that kind of thing, you've got to think about the signs and the symbols within that photo and understand how people that see that photo are going to interpret it based on their own understanding of the world that they live in. So another good example of semiotics is the good old Mackey's M. We can't see the restaurant, we can't see the food, but we know that's what it symbolises. So the signified is what is involved in the mind, the mental concept. The sign is anything that conveys meaning. And then you've got the I'm loving it, the signifier, the thing that gives meaning, words, or an image. It does fascinate me, semiotics. It's a hard one to get your head round in the sense of the lingo, with the sort of the signs, the signified, the connotation, the indexical. It can be quite confusing. So if you do want to learn more about semiotics, just buy like an introductory book. I'll show you the book here as the book I've read. It can be complicated, but to understand semiotic theory and how it works in photography, you don't really need to know too much. You just need to have that understanding of signs, symbols, gestures, and start to think about when you're taking a photograph, how that is going to be seen by other people in the photograph you're taking. I hope that makes sense. So really what it comes down to is when you're taking a photo, have a think about what you want that photo to say and how you're going to use the signs and symbols within that photo to convey a message. Because remember, there's no writing, well, there might be text below the photo, there's no words that are used within the photo, so it's about what is in that photo and what message that's going to give to whoever is seeing the photo. Again, I said the example of a political stance. Things like, if you use the colour red, that can be angry. The colour blue can be cold and cool. Yellows and oranges are warm, happy, sunny, somber, all that kind of thing. So the book, I'll put in the description if you want to learn a little bit more about it. I do think it's worth learning a bit of semiology, because I think when you understand signs well enough and symbols and gestures and how that can be portrayed in a photograph, it's useful knowledge to have. Very useful knowledge to have. Right, that's the end. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next week.